Welcome my humanoids back to my channel for my gaming opinion, and yes, these are my opinions. So don't sacrifice any children to Cthulhu, okay? No children, maybe some adults. How is my humanoid spooky oogie season going? I decided to be what I am and a space queen witch. This is all I can afford. Anyway, of course, this video is about spooky games. Of course, my love-hate relationship. I thought, what would be one of the best horror games to play during spooky oogie season? There was Resident Evil 7, Alien Isolation that made you really wish you never bought the game to begin with. But I think the perfect game to play for spooky oogie season, a game that, I thought I would come out of this game traumatized. Did a little bit. When this game came out, it was a staple in horror. Like, people were asking for really good horror games. And of course, I'm talking about Outlast and Outlast 2 Whistleblower. And why I decided that this game was going to be the game that I think we all should go back and play again for this spooky oogie season. Now, this game was a staple when it came out. And it was funny because it was around when PT came out and PT stopped being playable. And we needed something to fill that hole. I sure did. There's something so unique and specific about the Outlast games. And for me, if I'm ever being chased in any game, I want to lay down and die. I just want to lay down and die. I don't want to run here, take my soul, because running is just going to amp up my terror. Suspense kills me every time. Being chased kills me. And in Outlast, both 1 and 2 are just a straight up horror game. You start off in the beginning as an investigative journalist at a mental institution. There goes your problem right there. But we were not expecting the bone chillingness of this game. It's very rare for games to not let you fight back at all, okay? So not only could we never fight back, consistently running and hiding, but you got these fucking big mutant mentally ill fucking thing following us everywhere. And it goes from freaking, oh, let's investigate the bad goings on in this fucking assailant island to, I need to get out of here because I'm gonna die. Because losing a fingers to a crazy doctor is not enough. Watching a priest set himself on fire is not enough. Not only that, they decided to throw some supernatural shit at you with the fucking ghost-like, I must take your body and soul thing at the end of the game. Because, crazy psychopaths weren't enough. We're gonna throw some spiritual element at you. One that was so bad, the main villain of that game, who followed us around as if we were the key to him being free, got demolished by this, spirit thing. Joy, that big old thing. I don't even know what his name was. What was his name? Did it have a name? Who fucking knows? Having some freaking Nemesis vibes going on and shit. I'm going Nemesis stars. And let's not even talk about the camera. No, what? Let's talk about the camera. One, not only can you not fight and everyone around you is so crazy, they're literally peeling off their own skin. The only defense you have is a camera that has a limited amount of batteries for it. And not only that, I'm not gonna lie though. They look worse in the camera. These asylum patients, these patients look so much scarier in the camera. It's fucking weird. And you got naked patients who are the size of the rock chasing you. Not only that, you have to run the right way or they'll get you. No, give me a gun, let me fight, give me some defense. No, if you want to feel like prey this spooky oogie season, Outlast is where it's at. Because to say that games that make me feel like I have no control over anything and that my survival depends on how fast I can run. Listen, I live by a motto that says never freaking run. Not for anything. Not for a bus to catch, for work or school, nothing. But if I saw this big motherfucker follow me, I'm going to run. I'm going to book it. I am out. I might just myself. Look at him. What is this? Terrifying. And I'm not, listen, you're probably like, you're over-exaggerating, that game wasn't that scary. Yo, it was an indie game, an indie title that still looks good now, and that made 4 million back in returns. Why I remember that and not the little spirit's name, I don't know, but I'm ranting right now. And it seems like people forgot this game. This game was unique to me in its story. For me, it kind of plays on that fear of getting trapped in like a 5150, because people have been stuck in mental institutions because no one believes them. The ending is pretty much a big fuck you to the main character, whatever his name is. Miles? Was his name Miles? Not Miles Morales. Looking at you. This game came out at the right time too. It came out when everybody was fiending watching playthroughs of horror game. I am one, of course. I feel like people forgot how good that game is. You know, we gotten more better games, obviously, like I said. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard was scary and creepy, but I never felt like there was something right behind me every time. Like every time. Every corner of Outlast. Even if there was no scary moment, just watching how they poorly treated and experimented on patients at the mental institution was unsettling in itself. Banging their heads against freaking walls, peeling up their skin. They did not care. And that is kind of disturbing. Like, what? We all have these preconceived notions of mental institutions that they have the craziest of the craze, which is obviously not true. That's a stigma. But in this case, it's true. Not only have the craziest of the crazies, they made sure to trap you in there with them. This game makes you also feel so claustrophobic because you're running through a lot of narrow little hallways and then you have to hide in lockers and beds. But that doesn't mean you're safe. Okay? Your only defense doesn't mean that you're safe. Sometimes magically choose the one you're in, and it's never okay. It's never good. I found myself hyperventilating every time they came closer to me. Like, this game was a non-stop night fest. There was no real breathing for the protagonist at all. Nothing ever truly felt safe. Even the places that were dignified safe areas were not that safe. And I think this game deserves a resurgence. That game, I could barely breathe. I felt safe absolutely nowhere. And like watching as your main character get his finger cut off, right? You can't do anything about it. Let's talk about the second one a little bit. I'm putting them both together. But in the second, that dude wanted to marry you, and you know what I'm talking about, who wanted to create a womb manually. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? And in Westblow, you actually have the chance to survive. Because in the first one, they said, fuck you. We don't care that you went through all this hell. You're going to die. You're actually going to be a host for our little spiritual military thing. It was always like, how much can we hurt these guys before people are like, okay, that's bullshit. He should have died a long time ago. So this is the game that I have been indulging in so much in Spooky Ookies. This is perfect. Gore, crazies, in the sense of I gotta keep going. I need to keep going. I need to keep going. Because if I stop for a second to breathe, I'm going to have Big Papa and Tweedledum and Tweedledee are going to chase me. Are going to have me for dinner, and not in the good way. They probably will physically eat me. They'll probably do their own experiments on me if they caught me. Anyway, my humanoids, let me know the horror games that you are enjoying this Spooky Ookie season. Because I know there's some people who don't like it, who wanted more suspense and mental horror. Which that works for me too, but there's something about being chased consistently with no way to defend yourself, I find terrorizing. That's also why I kind of like Alien Isolation. When I mean never play, but watch someone play. Anyway, my humanoids, enjoy your Spooky Oogie season. Do good things for goodness sake, and I'll see you next week. Bye.